Tu veux que je merci?
Je crois que là on était médaille d'or. Je
suis médaille bronze, mais
le mec avec le stylo. Mais l'autre là, il prend son putain de bastion alors qu'ils ont un die.
Genre Lucio, mec, le mec y a pas de shield, y avait rien, mais comment ça, c'est pourri. Mais je crois les deux autres ils vont trop laguer même.
Do you guys speak on healer mains and we are, so why don't you let us go healer? You're a DPS main. You've got 120 odd hours on the Cree. Why don't you go DPS?
Because there's already 2 DPS.
Yeah, but you guys aren't healers. You can tell you're not healers.
Yes.
No,
no fucking healing.
They're flexing onto the role.
If you're DPS, then go DPS and let us go support.
I thought here.
And with really zero healing the entire game's pretty fucking awful.
I just don't get if you don't play support why you're going support.
They're going to flex. Because you didn't pick it earlier on, and they
you're
thought,
not flexing because you can't heal.
Well, at least they're trying.
So
flexing doesn't mean playing well. Flexing. Yeah, but you didn't make it to like.
Flexing doesn't mean playing well. Why are you in comp then? If you can't flex as a support, you shouldn't be on support.
Well, no, but
makes no sense.
You didn't pick support immediately, so they thought, oh, we're not gonna have support. It's plat. They're probably gonna go DPS. So they tried picking support. If you'd spoken out, fucking speak out earlier.
You picked in the first 3 seconds. You picked in the first 3 seconds. Well, who does that if you don't main support?
Why'd you wait so long? Why'd you wait so long to speak out?
What? I waited more than 3 seconds.
You waited till the start of the second round to wait up. You fucking boosted Mercy girl.
No, everybody spoke French, so I spoke English, and no one spoke English, so I assumed nobody spoke
Yeah, well,
English.
you asked second round if anyone here speak English. So what's the point? You asked this round. So what's the difference between asking this round if anyone speaks English? You did, but then why didn't you eat last round? Ask last round. Why didn't you ask last round if anyone here spoke French? No, but last round you very easily could have said, hey, did anyone here speak English? Similar to how you did the first round. Similar to how you did the second round. Fucking boosted Mercy girl, by the way.
You sound like a fucking Oxford little nonce. Shut the fuck up. I flex. Well, flexing means you can play more than one fucking character, and clearly you can't, so...
That's not what flexing means.
I'd rather... What do you mean that's not what flexing means? You can play various roles.
Flexing means... The definition of flexing is switching to another role to fill what the team needs.
Yes, but if you're shit at it, then there's no fucking point in playing it.
There's no fucking point.
Well, then why don't you... Well, you said earlier... What the fuck?
What? Come on, man.
The reason I'm stuttering because you're talking over me here.
Shut the fuck up. You sound like a fucking idiot.
What?
Okay. Flex means you can be shit at various characters.
You
one-trick pony who can actually play the role.
You said
who just fucking plays anything.
You said earlier for these guys to switch on to DPS when we already had DPS. Why didn't you just pick support anyway?
I said why are you playing healer when you don't main healer?
So you don't play.
You don't play healer, and we had no healing. So all I said was, why don't you go DPS? That was it.
Yeah, so you asked for more DPS when we already had 2 DPS. So why didn't you? So when the first round, why the fuck didn't you just pick? Let me speak. Can I talk?
So why don't you go DPS?
Why didn't you?
Well, they're already DPS.
Can you let me speak? Can I speak?
Oh, because you sound like a fucking knob.
Well, you're fucking laughing, but like you're being so mature. You're not giving me a chance to try and reason with you. I'm trying to get some sort of logic out of you.
Putain, vos gueules, bordel de merde.
Fucking Mercy one trick, by the way. No, I'm just trying to say.
Because I can play one character well. I'd rather that than play multiple characters.
I'm saying in the first round, why didn't you just pick support? Why didn't you just pick support immediately first round? Like.
Because I don't pick characters within the first 3 seconds.
No, but after you already, but after you already
picked it.
But after
I came into the chat and you all spoke French. I spoke English and nobody replied, so I assumed you were all French. So then we switched back to chat because all we could hear was French people and no one speaking English.
But after you saw,
try and speak to you in
after you saw that there were already supports and you're a support main, why didn't you just pick support seeing as that's your main?
Because then I switched. Because then I went over and I said, "Why are you playing support when you're a McCree main?" And then you spoke English, and I'm like, "What the fuck? This guy speaks English," and then you refused to switch. What you're saying doesn't make sense.
No, what you're
saying
saying
makes sense if you're gonna talk.
At least have consistent logic if you're gonna try and argue. You're asking us to switch on to DPS when we have.
Logic is you're not a support main, and you didn't switch, and I asked you to switch, and you didn't. That's the logic.
And you, well, if you're saying you're asking us to switch off support, but you're asking us to switch into more DPS than what we already have.
I'll go support. Then I'll go support.
Why didn't you just go support front?
I checked.
You're not a diva.
Character in the first 3 seconds.
You're not a diva main. Why are you playing diva? Why aren't you playing support?
Because you won't switch.
Actually, I am a support main. I am a support main. I'm playing DPS. You're the fucking retard. You're saying you're checking my stats. You have not looked at my stats once.
Support main?
Yeah, I'm a support main on my fucking
squad.
Let's have a look. Okay, I'll open it up. I'll open it up.
There we go. Let's have a look.
Public. There you go.
McCree.
Are you sure?
112 hours. 112 hours on McCree, and your second played character.
Do you mean? Are you okay? Are you okay? Mr. Dr. Strangled. Mr. Dr. Strangled. Are you checking? Are you checking the wrong account? You're looking at the wrong account, love.
I'm still not getting fucking healing.
You're looking at the wrong account and then you're calling me the retard.
How am I looking at the wrong account? You're the fucking Zen.
No, I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm the Farah.
Fucking Zen.
Oh, you're the Farah. Oh, well, who the fuck am I talking to then? I was talking to the support. Why have you been answering me when I've been talking about the support?
Because you've been talking to them.
Moron.
No, but you've been out. No, you've been out here talking to
support. So I assumed it was support who was talking to me, not the fucking Farah.
You're saying all this shit to them, but like you're
saying shit.
No, I'm speaking up because your argument method is awful.
That's it.
I'm speaking up because you don't know how to fucking argue.
You don't know how to talk. You're that rich. Why don't you get your liquor sorted out?
I'm not fucking rich. I get my family salary is 10,000 a year. How the fuck is that rich?
You're a fucking retard. I wasn't even talking to you.
No, but
support or DPS main. All I said was maybe support should switch to DPS because that's not who they main, and you could tell it wasn't who they main because we had no fucking healing the whole
maybe
game.
our
and then
diva.
You speak up. Yeah, you speak up, and I'm not even talking to you, and start arguing about DPS.
Maybe our diva should switch to support because that's their main, and clearly they're not.
Switched, but we had to support, and when I came into the chat and said support, you should switch, I would have switched. I can't switch. We don't need 3 fucking healers.
We don't need 4 DPS. We don't need 3 DPS.
Switch to healer. Hence
no,
why I said,
but you were on tank. You were on tank, and we already had 2 DPS, and you asked. No, I'm not saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Is that what you're saying?
That is not what I'm saying.
Me asking DPS fucking support to switch means I will go support.
But you just said you don't want 3 support. But you're asking us to switch to 3. But you're asking us to switch to 3 DPS. I'd rather 3 support than 3 DPS.